Alright, I'm just gonna hit record and get going. So, for those catching me live, I apologize for not streaming yesterday. I was weirdly tired. My sleep schedule. Excuse me. As you can see by the yawn, has been all over the damn place. So, okay, that's loud. Shit. Sorry. Holy crap. Ugh. My bad. So, anyways, to reiterate, I was tired as shit yesterday, and yeah, I was doing some recording for my Yu-Gi-Oh videos. That's actually why the volume was up on the Elgato, because I can actually do that on the whatchamacallit. So yeah, we'll start by talking to Paulette and Victor here. Oh, Van, you headed out? Yeah, we're making a fresh start today. By the way, I should make sure that I'm being heard. By the way, don't worry about Swin and Nadia, alright? They'll be back soon. I hope so. I'll leave their room as is for now. Just make sure you let those two know we're waiting for them. Roger that. Come on, let's go find some leads.
Oh, what would you like?
Let's grab a few of these. That's weird that I'm not allowed to sell the Twilight things. It's weird. Now that I have the ability to get to make the 3s, I really don't need the 2s anymore. Now that I'm thinking about it, because everybody's gonna get upgraded to the 3s as we go. So there's that. And I'll get rid of Fear 1. There we go. Okay. I guess I'll get rid of Burn 1 as well as the Freeze ones. And the Rot one. Okay. And EP2. There we
go. Do your best out there, okay?
Okay. Now. I guess let's start with the monster.
On my way.
As we say hello to Raxar. Ugh. Yeah. Oh? Hello, Maxim. Oh, well, Avidians and Dark Solutions. Maxim, I guess I should have figured you'd be here. I mean, what with all the memories you and Paulette made in this place. Yeah, our relationship is actually why I'm here today. After we buried that time capsule together, I cheated on her. But tomorrow, I'll be facing the biggest challenge I've seen since I've changed my ways. That's why I feel like if I can actually get myself to win this one, and I will be able to close that chapter of my life for good. Maxim, I know it might be a little selfish, but if I do win, I plan on dedicating my victory to both Paulette and Yume. That's also why I came here. Even if I can't do it in front of that big tree at the moment, I just wanted to make a vow to this place. A vow for victory. I see. I hope that's a vow you'll be able to fulfill. We'll be rooting for you, Maxim, so get out there and show us what you're made of. Right, I'll give it my all. Good morning, Neko. Okay, So yeah, you've gotten past it, all of this
Do you
this
really
now.
mean that?
All right. Let's go see if let's go hunt this monster. Oh. Fury.
On my blade, I'll never lose.
Uh-huh.
Show me what you've got.
One more.
The help was much appreciated.
This is why field combat exists, to get rid of the small fries.
Let's get to work.
Are they really doing single-digit damage to me? That's actually kind of funny. And kind of good for me this morning, if I'm honest.
The help was much appreciated.
You know, the irony is that they're dying too quickly for stun to even be a thing.
Looks like the gang's all here.
I feel like my charge attack is literally ending them instead of stunning them. Oh, except for that one. That's literally the first one. Yeah.
Make it count, Aaron.
Now!
You've got this, Agnes. Gotcha.
Elaine!
This is just gonna be overkill central. Cause yeah. These guys are nothing in compared to
That fight
me.
felt pretty good.
Really holding your own out there, Eau Claire.
Okay. Did I really not get the treasure chests over here? It's weird.
Show me what you've got.
Make this fun. This is it. Close in and kick some ass. Keep it up. All right. All you on, yes.
There!
Gotcha.
It should be safe for now.
Nice job, Agnes.
Well done. Is everyone unharmed?
Looks like a chest. Take the next. This is it. Close in and kick some ass. Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You're a true professional, Van.
Strike 2. Not that I need that right now. I guess I could upgrade it. I keep forgetting about that. Oh well. I kind of wanted more money anyway.
Gotcha. Nice. That went.
Thanks for helping, Van.
Finish the job. All you on, yes. Sucker.
Elaine!
Gotcha.
That fight felt pretty good.
You fought wonderfully.
Rosette's lightning chaser upgraded to its Model 2. Cool. Into its second form. Cool.
That's what you get.
Gotcha! It's go time! Sucker! We're done!
Okay then.
That's what you get.
Not half bad, Aaron. Looks like a chest.
Next one.
Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
I'm assuming that's one of the shard skills I have on Van. Although, what shard skill, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Unless it's Fatal Lance. Yeah, that Fatal Lance sounds about right.
Let's get to work.
It should be safe for now.
I see me some small fries.
What you see is some wastes of time, Aaron.
All you on yes.
There!
Gotcha!
Elaine! There we go!
It's go time!
Too slow.
Chance! Eat this! Keep moving, Van! Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
You're a true professional, that
Come back when you're stronger.
That looks like a nice shot.
Next! Gotcha! You snooze, you lose. Huh? You picked the wrong guy to fight.
Thanks for helping, Van.
It's like, God, Elaine keeps being on the cusp of leveling.
That hits the spot.
Alright, let's get rid of this thing.
That's it. I'll take you on.
Too slow.
We'll win. There we go. Aaron. That's it.
Keep moving, Van!
That's it. I'll take you on. There.
Too slow! It's go time!
That's it. We'll win.
Have some more! Bring it on! All you on your too slow! You'll be sorry for that!
Aaron. Here we go. We'll win.
Gotcha! Chance!
That's it. They're down.
It's go time! Balls in your
We'll win. Let's fight. A chance. There.
too slow! You'll pay for that!
That's it.
Don't stop now, Elaine! Sucker!
Aaron. That's it. A chance. There.
Too slow!
I'll get stronger.
Hi, Reverie Otaku. Gaiaverse.
I hope I was of
Okay.
assistance.
Reward deposited.
Interesting. Long gray for that. Alright. Let's head to the
Let's roll, gang.
Sedan district next. Some new in the shops. Alright.
With that plan.
And the bulletin board has a
Let's
task.
see what we got.
Bounty in the Waterworks. I'm gonna assume that all of these are just monster extermination quests from the guild and the CID. Kind of feels like that, if I'm honest.
Oh, please take as much time as you need.
Oh yeah, didn't I get a bunch of gifts? I should look at that.
I hope to see you again.
Alright.
Gotta treat myself every now and then.
Maple fountain pen.
Thank you so much.
Tartan handkerchief. Okay. Oh, yes.
I'll treasure it.
Her art's defense and art's strength both went up by 5.
Thank you.
Ketra doesn't quite make it,
Thanks.
but will after this. That's his link effect.
I'll take good care of it.
Ren got up to 3. Art's strength and art's defense up. Shizuna.
You sure?
I mean, yeah. And apparently we have
Well,
another one for
if
you.
insist.
Strength and agility for you. I guess we'll give the idiots their gifts.
Well, aren't you considerate?
Yeah, well, one of us has to be.
And here I thought you had poor taste.
Don't even get me fucking started again in Leon. Don't even fucking get me started again. I will happily hand you a fucking story negative if you start pissing me off. I am not above it. That's why I said don't get me started again.
Allow me to assist.
Cause no, I wouldn't give it for the voice line. Unless the voice line was spammed at me, in which case, well, yeah, I would just add a frickin'
Hope to see you again.
voice line audio spam. But yeah, no. That's a whole lot of we'll see what all happens with him. He's at the we'll see what happens with him stage. Age, I'll go ahead and say that.
Gonna eat something? Hey, welcome.
You really don't have.
Don't be a stranger.
That's not really. Oh,
Hey,
hello.
welcome.
Apparently. Oh, this is a freeze cure. All right, we'll grab a few of
Don't
those.
be a stranger.
Is it real or is it going to be annoying? It's going to be annoying. Okay. Yeah, exactly. That's why hence why I haven't, why it's not. Hence the way I said it. I'm not above giving you one. And I didn't say I was giving him one. It was more of just, I'm not above doing it.
Thanks for the grub.
I would rather wait until I actually need CP for that. Guess we'll add that.
Stuffed.
And since I have
I couldn't eat
5
another
of
bite.
these, there we go. Okay. Another 1K, he would do it. Ish, Beach. Ish. My sleep schedule is just weird. Is just weirdly out of whack this week. Like it's honestly freaking weird. Oh, basketball again. I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, yesterday I was completely just dead to the world. It was a whole lot of, I mean, I could, but like the exhaustion was just real with me yesterday. Like, I don't even know how the hell to explain it because, well, to be blunt, it makes no sense to me why my sleep schedule was completely whacked yesterday.
Well, let's say we take 5.
I guess we can just recover.
That's the spot.
Can I make that new thing? I can make that new thing. I have one of the reward zones, so we'll go ahead and we'll
Sure.
grab
Give me a
one of
minute.
this.
Didn't mean to keep you.
Alright. There we go. Extra healing item. And it'll give us some new stuff. Alright.
It's go time.
Might as well just grab this.
Keep moving, Van.
No reason to deny myself the CP.
On yes.
Or the strike, I guess I should say.
We should go on the
I'm not really willing to talk to like the random NPCs, but if I see any of the named characters, then yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll talk to them.
Chance.
Ah.
Good luck.
Yeah, you were posting a whole bunch of like places and whatnot. Which just made me go, huh? Oh, come on! Deathblow, really? I hate you so much.
Got this on yes.
Alright.
Show me what you got.
No, I guess I didn't need to do that. Oh well, whatever. Shield.
You can't best me.
Okay. Yeah, let's just keep this up so that Van can do 0 arts, I guess. Only on yes would be able to do it. So no.
Chance.
Alright. Oh, I can only target one of them. Alright, fuck it. Oh, nice.
You can do this.
Alright, let's do this. Yeah, we'll do Vandalize Raid on you. Or, Vandalize Raid. No, not Vandalize Raid, the other one.
You can do
And then Agnes will take her free cast as to Meteoric Gravity. Get rid of you.
I'll remember this.
Yeah.
Going all in.
Honestly, it's probably going to be, I'm probably going to not move, if I'm honest. Because one, my finances are all over the goddamn place right now. In like the worst fucking way. And on top of that, it's like, I'd rather a stable place to live instead of, well, trusting this city's landlords, which I don't. God damn it.
Take that.
You can do this.
There.
There we go.
Gotcha.
I hate these guys using Death Blow. I'll have to look into Death Blow defense accessories after this fight.
That's it.
You'll be sorry for that.
Have some more. Chance.
I could. I just don't think I have any Death Blow
All
attacks.
you on yes.
X, if I'm honest. Well, except for Meteoric Gravity,
Activating drive.
which, sure, let's try it. Why not?
There. On yes.
It's go time.
Well, I stunned him. Oh, you sack him.
Keep it up.
Go away.
Well, what'd you expect?
Oh, I have plenty of ability to get arts that do Death Blow. I have several of them. Runway?
All in a day's work.
Huh.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm shocked that's not at level 5 yet. Okay, I wasn't expecting both Law and Gray to get up there. Okay, so Mirror Law and Mirror Gray have now been added. I forget if there's any real difference. Oh yeah, there's the skills. 90% chance to absorb magic through the Law one. And evasion counter damage is increased by 90% with Gray. Law gives me a 54% boost to my defenses. With a 14% boost to my attacks and my speed with an extra 2 move, and my evasion goes up 35%. Plus, I have an 8% HP and EP regen every turn, and each turn I apparently gain 5 CP. With Gray, my evasion goes up by 55. I get the plus 14 in boost to my thing, plus a 28% boost to my defenses. My speed goes up 42%, and my move goes up 5. And then I regain an 18% HP after attacking, and the aforementioned evasion counter damage. I gotta be honest, law feels more my speed. Yeah, and if slash when I ever get level 5 chaos, we'll obviously take a look at that. I might as well grab
That was
this.
amazing. Thank you.
HP plus 250 to all party members. Cool.
That was pretty filling. Oh, I'm full.
There we go.
That hits the spot.
Okay. Whoops. Where is Death Blow avoidance? Oh. Ooh. 100% in avoidance of Death Blow, but I would need 2 red medals for that. Okay. Red pendulum. Red metal requires 2 red pendulums. Pendulums to get. I only have 2 red pendulums, so I would need to craft 2 more red pendulums. Which means I would need to get another titanium earring and a lighter. Or another titanium earring and another lighter. Okay. Or, you know, I could just outright buy the red pendulums. Nani? Nani? Game. You do realize I have the materials for this, right? I... Okay, let's just go right out. Then go back. There we go. It was just being stubborn. And now... Oh, yeah. I want to buy... another couple of red pendulums. And then I want to go to trade. Go back over to accessories. Go down to the red metals and trade 2 of those. Then go all the way out. Because apparently this game is glitched AF. If at times. Apparently I am a master of glitching this damn game. Aim. And I will grab another Crimson Tear. Okay. There. Now, that begs the question: who am I putting that on? And what am I ditching for? Okay, that was an obvious. That was such an obvious question. I don't even know why I asked. Next, 12 arts defense for or a 100% avoidance of rot, freeze, and death blow. Also a boost, a 30-point boost to his attack. Yeah, I'd say that. It fits. Alright. The second person who's gonna get this, I am gonna sack... do I sack the CP increase? Because that would be the lightest defense decrease, the lighter defense decrease. But this would be the higher strength increase. Point taken, Raxor. That was my thinking, admittedly. But it kind of felt like I wanted a second opinion, you know? Okay. And on yes, I've basically got everything oh, but she's got the... Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. That would put her... Accuracy is why that's... There. Okay, I'm gonna leave on yes, vulnerable to death blow. That's what I'm gonna do. I hate myself for that, but I'm leaving on yes, vulnerable to death blow. All right. I actually think I can. Either that or I'm like damn close to it. Seraphic Force. So never mind. I do technically resist death blow. Well, that answers that question. Well, that answers that question. Oh my god. All right. Just let's just go to Station Street next. Okay, for the record, the reason why I'm laughing so hard at that is because that was completely unintentional. I had legit, no really, until Rexor pointed it out, forgotten about Seraphic Force. So my mentality was, alright, we're gonna leave Vanya's vulnerable to death blow. Raxor's like, wait, doesn't she have seraphic force already? Eddie, I go and check. Oh, yeah. Oh, then she is basically protected from death blow already. Ah. just complete egg on my face. Which means the only powerhouse, well, the only character that I'm wanting to use, well, the only two characters that I'm wanting to use that are not fully protected from death blow are, well, my main characters that I use / I'm willing to use. There's 3 of them that don't have death blow resistance, and that's Eren, Shizuna, and Reset. Because Ren has the Gold Rosario, which is basically there's only a 10% chance death blow is going to affect her. So, and she's one of my favorite characters, and of course a Gold Rosario. Ario would be the thing for that, and I can't make the joke. Joke fail. Damn. Anywho, the vanished migrant workers. My name is Comrade, and I'm a mediator for foreign individuals. I feel like I should know that. Recently, some migrant workers, primarily from an impoverished northern region, have gone missing in the capital. I worry that people will cast doubt on my line of work if this continues. If you're interested in hearing me out, I'll be waiting on the department store's rooftop. Okay. Interesting.
Got plenty of custom parts.
Yeah. I'll convert some Earth Subtif. Cause I went on a huge spending spree.
Hope to see you again.
Like, the weapons. It's the weapons in particular. And I'm pretty sure the armor as well. Hell, and I outfitted everybody except for Swin and Nadia. And Kincaid. And Ren. And Shizuna. And of course the dumbasses. Basically, all of the active members in this chapter, I basically went ahead and outfitted them. I could have, but I did not. That's a fair criticism, actually. That is a fair criticism. Actually, you know what? I could, and then just have... Well, actually, hang on. Let me
What can I get for you today?
see what I have to sell before we go doing that. And I guess I could also get rid of some of this stuff, because I don't really need a lot of this stuff. Like, for example, well, Yeah, exactly. Just go through the Drew and get the tokens.
Welcome to relax there.
All right, let's. Arts defense and arts evasion and max EP all plus 40. That's interesting. That's a whole lot of I don't need that.
Ladies and gentlemen,
That's a whole lot of I don't need that. We've established that's pointless.
on the roof of this building, you will find a rest area.
Crit and evasion plus 6. Delay and slow and stat down.
From your shopping, you are more than welcome to relax there.
Whoops. Red metal we've established I'm hanging on to for turning into crimson tears. But green metals.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. On the roof of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded
You know
by
what? No.
greenery.
We'll just do like I was doing with the red metals.
If you need a break from your shopping,
Burn, blind, and fear.
welcome to relax there.
No. I would rather use grail rings for that. I have stronger death blow heals,
Gentlemen, your
so I don't need
attention,
that.
On the roof of this building, you will find a rest area surrounded by greenery.
Preventing one status effect is
You are more than
pathetic.
welcome to relax there.
I mean, I hate to say that so definitively, but it's kind of true. I'll hang on to the tartan thing.
Ladies
Okay.
and gentlemen, your
Please come back.
There we go.
soon. What can I get for you today? Please come back soon. What can I get for you
Okay,
today?
hang on.
Directly sourced from farmers. Look no further.
Okay,
come
no,
back soon.
I'm not gonna waste my money on that.
We invite everyone
Yeah.
to come and see for
So there we go. Got rid of all of my useless accessories.
Wow, we're so hung up. Wow, those guys are so cool.
All right, let's get this quest started, shall we? Yeah, there's upgrades for all of them, but at the same time, it's like I can just do like I did with the metals, buy individual the individual pendulums or even the individual like metal bits, and then just exchange those for the higher tiers. Here's because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to make some. I'm gonna have to make some pendulums. No, I can just buy the pendulums, and then the pendulums turn into the rings, which then, or just turn into the metals, which then turn into the, you know, the actual good shit. You the Conrad that posted the request? We're Arkwright Solutions. Oh yes, you really do look dependable. It's just like the rumors, as the rumor said. Wait, isn't that guy? I'm assuming you're the one who recommended our services? You're the editor-in-chief of that one gossip rag. We met sometime last year, didn't we? Gotta say, though, you picked an awfully lively place He's for a meetup this time. Wouldn't suppose there's a reason for that? Other than Blue Wolf getting yeah. Okay. Sorry, had to actually look at that. I see you're quick on the uptake as ever, Arkwright. Having a loud crowd surrounding us makes it harder for people to eavesdrop. Anyway, you'll hear out his request, won't you? It sounded like it might be right up your alley. If I remember correctly, you often act as a go-between for immigrants dealing with special circumstances, right? I'm not so sure about this one, guys. As migrant workers tend to get caught up in a lot of not-so-honest work. They get a bad rap for a reason. Believe me, I understand the reputation they have better than anyone else. But there can be a lot of red tape in their paperwork. If they want to feed their families, most have no choice but to resort to criminal means. People like that are who make up the majority of my client base. Migrants unable to obtain proper work visas. I admit I've only ever heard it's like second and third hand, but yeah, I've heard even in real life getting work visas is what's the nicest way I can put this? A royal pain in the fucking ass. So, yeah. In other words, migrants who have no legal right to work in this country. I've seen firsthand the problems immigrants can face. It's not pleasant. Yeah, that's putting it mildly, Elaine. Just saying. Well, if they're Eastern, you can bet Hayaway will take care of them. But I guess the others don't really get out a lot of options. Exactly. So my job is to introduce these people to someone who can provide them work. Eric, then I get a finder's fee from the employer. And maybe it's not my place to say, but I believe that's a better outcome than them starving in the streets while they wait for their papers. I agree with that, if I'm honest. I would rather somebody get a frickin'... Excuse me. I would rather somebody get paid to find people work, find immigrants work, than, well, shit I don't want to get into. And that's where I'm chopping myself off, because I just realized, oh, wait. If I keep going with this, I could easily fall into the trap of discussing politics, and I really don't want to right now. Thanks for that. That you fucking douchebag. Ain't you fucking douchebag that Compass sucks the cock of? Well, when you put it that way. I understand why you're apprehensive. I'm sure you know plenty of people like him who use their job to exploit foreigners. It's just, well, Conrad here knows where to draw the line, though I suppose he has sent a few people to handle some seriously dreadful menial labor. But trust me when I say he neither introduces them to illegal work nor takes cuts of their pay. Well, I guess that's as much assurance as we can get. Go ahead and give us the details then. I'm guessing it's got something to do with those missing workers we've been hearing about? Yes. You see, after contacting me about how the work isn't for them, they'll go missing altogether. It's been a pretty big topic of concern in my line of work, though nobody's been able to make heads or tails of it. Honestly, if this keeps up, I'm worried suspicion will start to fall on both me and my colleagues. Yeah, you're right. You'd be suspect number one in no time. So, what? You want us to figure out what's going on so they don't start pinning the disappearances on you guys? If you could, yes. Does that sound like something you could do? Yeah. I would say, yeah, absolutely. Let's go do this. Alright, seems like a pretty cut and dry issue. Plus, we can't exactly say no to a referral from the editor-in-chief. Yeah, I'm also pretty worried about the safety of those workers. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so relieved. I just can't get a good night's sleep knowing they could and what could be happening to those people. Yeah. Honestly, I kind of appreciate that kind of mentality. And here I thought you were more worried about saving your own ass. Well, I've been doing this work for a while. You hear some pretty grueling stories about the lives immigrants lead. You have to have a heart of stone to not sympathize with them. Well, if that's how you feel, maybe I don't have as many reservations about this job as I thought. I agree. If the lives of those migrant workers truly are in jeopardy, I see no issue in taking this request. Do you mind going over the details once more? I can't thank you enough. I've been a bit hesitant to consult the police or the bracers, so this is a huge weight off of my shoulders. He says when a bracer's standing right there. Not even 3 feet from him. The irony. just the irony of that. Well, looks like things are finally going your way, comrade. I'm glad I was here to introduce you all. Anyhow, I'm a busy man, so I'll be heading off now. Feel free to decide what to do amongst yourselves. That guy's a real piece of work. I'm sure we'll be just fine without him. Assuming Blue Wolf could stop having yawn attacks. More importantly, why don't you fill us in on some of the specifics? I heard something about the ones disappearing being migrants from the north of Zemuria. That's right. They're the ones that have gone missing the most frequently. Easterners and Central Easterners haven't seemed to be affected at all, however. White foreigners come here for work? They do, yes. After all, there's a fair number of undeveloped regions in the north. Along with those from Northumbria, the Republic also receives immigrants from the outlying areas around the free cities as well. Yeah, I used to hear all sorts of stories about the tribes up there. It's strange that they've been made a target, though. We're gonna need to do some digging, particularly into the workers' backgrounds. I'm glad you share my concern. However, I believe it best if I leave the rest to you. I'll be in the area for a while, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask. So what do you want to do first? We don't exactly have much to go on. We need to find people who are familiar with not only migrant workers, but specifically those from north of Zemuria. Now that I think about it, I've heard that one subcontracting factory employs loads of them. But bet we could probably talk some of their business partners into spilling a few dirty secrets. Exact exactly. The workers themselves those would likely be on guard if we were to ask directly. Investigating their periphery is definitely the better strategy. Alright then, let's hit up Bradley's first. Given all the parts he has to order, I'm sure he's got some connections with people in with people in subcontracting. Not only that, but he's the kind to pay attention to the small stuff. He might just have some pretty good leads. Who do you think we should ask about the migrants? Gabriella used to work with the Northern Jaegers, right? Maybe she'll know something. Nah, her roots run a little too deep in the underworld. We should try talking to some of the more lawful immigrant populations first. In that case, we should focus on places where people from the north are most likely to gather. Come to think of it, aren't the people who run Old Town's bathhouse those from Remetheria? Nice job, Agnes. It's usually pretty easy to miss something right under your nose. Well, it was more of an epiphany than anything. That being said, I think they became naturalized citizens quite a while ago. Do you think they still know what's going on in the migrant community? I think it's worth a shot. After all, northern folk take their saunas pretty seriously. Even if they don't have direct connections anymore, it's likely that Laguna still serves as a central hub. Then I suppose it's settled. We'll be heading to Bradley Maintenance and the Laguna Bathhouse.
Time to go solve some problems.
Alright. Well, I guess... well, hang on. Yeah, I guess it was unavoidable that we were getting... that we were going to go to Riverside at some point. Okay, before I go across as to Bradley Maintenance, I want...
And eat your fill. My stuff can't be beat. I'll be waiting for you.
Alright. We'll talk to Bermati a bit later. For now...
News from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the
Can I help you?
Gift for Aaron. Sure.
Come again.
premiere screening.
What? You expecting thanks?
Confirmed for both of this year's film festivals.
Got a question for you.
Deluge of tickets.
So, you want to know about the people my suppliers employ, huh? Well, I gotta imagine they use their fair share of migrant workers. Don't they ever talk to you about them? Figured you would have known more. I mean, they don't exactly fill me in on all the details, but I guess I have been hearing some strange things about them lately. Things that have gotten even me concerned. Don't know if it's what you're looking for, but I can share it with you if you'd like. That would be very helpful, Mr. Bradley. Did something happen? Right. Well, where should I start? Apparently, a bunch of migrant workers at one of the factories just up and quit recently. All over a few days, too. Ew. I thought it was some sort of strike at first, but it doesn't seem like that was the case. There's no contact from the workers since. This is certainly worrisome. Were there any warning signs? Means, from what I've been told, management had no idea any of it would happen until it all went down. The ones who left were known to be pretty serious workers too. Some of them showed, none of them showed any dissatisfaction with their jobs at all. But regardless, they all got up around the same time and called it quits. I think they said something to the likes of, "This job doesn't suit me," or "I deserve better." It's pretty strange they all gave the same reasons for leaving. Not to mention how these were the last people you'd expect it from. It's sounding like this was instigated by someone. Any word about possible third parties? Well, I wouldn't say I'm that informed, but I heard a little something about those workers being seen talking to someone on the outside. I see. Whoever that someone is must have been had quite the influence on them. But quitting so suddenly? What were they planning on doing after they left? The factory was worried about the same thing. They even asked some of them if they had other jobs lined up. I guess the workers seemed pretty confident that things would work out. Maybe that person they were confiding in gave them some sort of grand opportunity. Well, anyway, that's about all I know at the moment. I should mention, though everything I heard was just complaints from my suppliers. No worries, you've been a great help. Yeah, you've really given us a lot to think on.
And now for the latest from our news desk. Hope you're having a good one.
Okay.
Today's news briefing.
Well then, shall we?
Might as well just go straight to Laguna. There's no reason to dawdle.
Got a question for you.
You want to know about immigrants from North Zemuria? You're right, we do see our fair share around here. Our family's from Rimaferia, but we share our culture with people all over the north. In particular, we got lots of North Ambrian migrants who like to stop by. They usually come in to talk to my grandma and grandpa about all their problems. I think maybe it's the workers complaining about their day. Hey, bingo. Still picking up on stuff like that is pretty impressive. Tell me, have you heard anything strange lately about those workers you mentioned? Well, I guess it's not really new, but there's been some talk about them being dissatisfied with the way they're being treated. Dissatisfied with the way they're being treated? Are they being discriminated against? I think it's a little different. I mean, even though they're immigrants, they still look like pretty much everyone else in Calvert, right? Compared to the other immigrants, it's the ones from up north don't really stand out that much. That's true. Even immigrant advocate movements tend to focus on those from the East or Central East. I'm sure it's because physiological differences are more easily identifiable. But if that idea starts making the rounds, it's not hard to imagine why northern migrants would be treated less favorably. And it's hard to garner sympathy for them when they look like the majority of Calvert's population. So they feel like they're being left out, is that it? Even though they're dealing with similar problems, it's harder for them to gain the same amount of sympathy. I can see how that might make you feel a bit trapped. Wouldn't be surprised if someone was able to use that to their advantage. Yeah, but I haven't heard a thing about anyone being swindled. So she got to you already, huh? I might just have some useful gossip for you all. You've heard something? You'd better not be pulling their tail. Well, it's only something that came down from the grapevine. I have no idea at this point. I guess we'll see. There's been some talk of someone who can pull foreign workers from the mire out of their jobs. Interesting. Can you tell us more? You see, I've been looking into investment trends for social welfare services recently. While I was doing some research, I heard something about a nonprofit organization that struck me as a tad peculiar. An NPO? Yes, it was only recently created, too. They say they're a group that provides employment support to the immigrant groups. It appears they've been luring in migrants who already have jobs, those with promises of both better pay and working conditions. All it takes is one question. Are you really happy with where you're at right now? That's remarkably similar to what we heard over at Bradley's place. Yeah, it seems there's a good chance that that someone they're consulting with is that MPO. They don't seem to be finding new jobs for the ones they quit it either. In my opinion, it's all rather irresponsible of them. The least they could do is help them get back on their feet. I agree. No matter how prosperous the Republic is now, there's no guarantee that they'll be able to find another stable income so easily, especially for those that don't have valid work visa. It sounds like they're just increasing the number of unemployed immigrants. Why would they do that? They can't be profiting from it somehow, right? It might be too late to ask this now, but what is an MPO? I've heard of an NGO before. Of course, to give a simple explanation, NGO stands for non-governmental organization. On the other hand, NPO stands for non-profit organization. Both are independent with their nations and are operating to better social welfare. In general, the ones that are restricted to specific fields and act on a local level are NPOs. Yeah, I've heard of nonprofit organizations before, but never have I heard it abbreviated to that acronym NPO. I've heard them described as nonprofit before. But that's as far as that's ever gone, and from what I've ever heard of it, just knocking out the one, whatchamacallit, the one word. Those who act on an international level and cover multiple pursuits are referred to as NGOs. I see. I think I get it now. But if that's true, then this MPO isn't making anything better at all. Oh, yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do some more research into this organization. Thanks for all your help, guys. You're welcome. I hope you figure it out. Come on, there's no need for thanks. Just join me for our next game of Mahjong, and I'll consider it even. Uh-huh. Okay, so we got a lot more information than we thought we would. Why don't we find a place where we can sort through it all? Shall we head back to Station Street? That way we can update Comrade on the situation as well. And with all the people in the area, it's possible we'll be able to pick up some extra info along the way. I think it might be a good time to inform the guild of any developments. Right, let's get going then. Alright, as it stands now, I think we have a pretty basic idea of what went down. I'm a bit hazy on a few of the details, though. Let's just start by putting everything in order. The base assumption is that the ones going missing are primarily those from north of Zemuria. They're also all migrants that don't have work visas. They quit their jobs all within the same time frame, but vanished immediately after. And the one who told them to quit, it was from an NPO. But the question is, why? What could they possibly stand to gain from getting migrants to quit? It's also worrying that those who left seem to have cut off all communications. We definitely still have a lot of questions about the whole thing. If only we had something more conclusive. Why don't we just go to the source of the problem then? Let's find this NPO person and make him tell us what's going on. The problem with that is that we don't actually know which NPO they're part of. Huck didn't really give us any solid information. Oh, Agnes, is this that part-time job you were talking about? Oh, Miss Toa. Other than on Yes and Elaine, and I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you all. I'm Toa Herschel, one of the temporary teachers at Aramis. I also work to assist ICO, the International Cooperative Organization. It's nice to meet you. Are you on Yes's teacher? Toa Herschel is also the chief instructor at the branch campus of Thor's military academy. Okay, so she is still a teacher there. My god. Yeah, she's the head teacher. Well, she's definitely more qualified for that position than a certain someone else was, Major Michael. I didn't like Major Michael all that much. I didn't. He was annoying and just kind of all over the place. That I will agree. That I will agree with. He's the only one that was remotely tolerable. Although the sister wasn't that bad, from what I remember, but yeah, still kind of eh. And yeah, the less I say about Claire, the better. She did get better. She did start to redeem herself, but yeah. I'd have to replay the Daydream in Reverie to really rejudge that. Although, I will say this about, to go back to your previous comment of keeping Reen on a leash. You know you have a dirty mind when a specific image pops into your head for that. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Probably while she's wearing that old stage outfit again. Because, you know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think she secretly wants to wear that again. God. Oh, God. Oh, God, and I have Judith in the golden blood outfit, too. God. Oh, God. I don't intend this shit. Look, okay? I'm just an admirer of boobs. I don't plan this. I don't plan these stupid, dirty jokes. That's why Catra's in a school uniform and not in anything. It's also why Agnes is in the SPG outfit, not a swimsuit. Because that would be wrong. And I don't have Elaine's swimsuit, so I can't put her in that yet. Anyways. Yes, because they orbit around them. Okay, I'll stop. I've heard she's quite the central figure there. Not only did she manage to engage its current students, but its alumni as well. Well, I don't think I'm worth that much fanfare. Toa, I could literally spend an hour talking about your accomplishments. Yeah, yeah. Like, and it's not even a height joke. That's not even a height joke. That is literally what she is doing. Yeah, exactly. That's why I commented on that, Raxor. That is literally not you making a pun. That is literally what she's doing. That is literally a no pun intended, because that is exactly what she's been doing since Cold Steel 1. Literally since her debut, she's been selling herself short, and it's like, are you kidding me? God, in my setting, it's literally like, will you stop selling yourself short? And Doa's just looking at Zach like, another joke? No, a literal statement! Hatement! For God's sakes, Toa! Gah! For Adios' sake, Toa! You are worth the fanfare! All of the shit you did in all of the shit you were going through, you dealt with in Cold Steel 1, all the stuff you did in Cold Steel 1, captaining the Courageous in Cold Steel 2, all of the shit you did in Cold Steel 3 and 4, Reverie, and apparently even past Reverie you've been continuing to fucking make sure the branch campus has been running like a well-oiled machine. Like, God damn it. Damn it. Like, seriously, I wouldn't be surprised if you keep Thor's branch campus running so freaking well run that that Rebelia could probably go to frickin' Missile Dom and just sit on the beach in a bikini all fucking day, every day. And the sad part is, that's not even a joke! That's not even a joke! Like, God. Damn! Toa. I am a copycat of the Lure Runner. I feel like the Lure Runner did it for... I can't really say it as much now, but it's like at one point the Lure Runner, some people consider the Lure Runner to be someone who overworked himself. That's me. I'm on that list. You, on the other hand, Toa, exceeded his workaholic nature by a frickin' landslide. Like, God. If I was in Reem's position, Sarah wouldn't have to frickin' blackmail me into helping the student council. I would do it on fucking principle. Yeah, exactly, Neko. You come back, and oh look, it's Toa, and oh look, Wolf is ranting about Toa's work ethic again. And what is this, Cold Steel 1? God. Well, I guess it's not really ranting so much as explaining it. But yeah. God. Oh. Ugh. Yeah, I know. It is her nature. She is a very hard worker, and her humility is kind of through the roof. It's just, oh my God, Toa, slow down a little. You are accomplishing a lot. God damn it. God. Anyways, moving on. On the other hand, I've heard more than my fair share of stories about Mr. Arkwright. I must admit, I've been looking forward to making your acquaintance. It's just as much of an honor to meet the rumored genius of Thor's. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, of course, fans heard of Toa. Like, no, no, there's no way in hell. Hell, you're gonna convince me that he has not heard of Toa. You can't convince me of that. You know, I know nobody's trying to convince me of that, but you get my point. I'm told you've got your hands in all sorts of places. Fan, you remember that comment I made earlier about the fact that I have a dirty mind? Can you not, please? Perhaps we'll have the opportunity to work together sometime. Yeah, I'm sure we will. Oh, you know, actually, there are a few things we're struggling to understand at the moment. Think you could lend us a hand? Miss Toa is associated with an NGO. Would you happen to know anything about the NPOs currently operating in the Republic? What? Are you having a problem with one of them? Please, tell me everything you know. Of course she would jump, and of course she would jump up at the chance to help, because that's just Toa in a nutshell. Ladies and gentlemen, example, what are we up to? 4 billion of the reasons why I love trails? Slight exaggeration. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, God. But no, in all seriousness, that is one thing I have always liked about Trails. Hills. For real. For real. Character consistency. Which actually also ties into what to the whole reverie effect thing. Characters in Trails are always consistently written. There has not been a single time where a returning character, in my opinion, has ever been written out of character. Not once. Not once. Every time a character has returned in a future game, I will have to Are we talking Risha? Because even Risha, I would argue, has been in character every time. But with precious few exceptions. Oh. Character at the end. Alright. Need a refresher, because I'm bad with names. Okay. No, that's just that. Mm, hang on. Oh, you know what? No, actually. No. Yeah, no. I disagree. I disagree. I don't think she was out of character in that chapter. I think she had the mask up. That was when she was. That was right after we defeated the tyrant, and she showed up with Sao and Gien, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yeah. In that scene, no, she had the mask up. You could tell in the way the voice actress was portraying it. She was in business mode, as in shrunk. In other words, all right, I can't be Risha Mao in this moment. I need to be a Yin. Yes, I displayed confusion when that happened, but the more I think back on that scene, no, that was perfectly in character. Because keep in mind, she still has to perform as Yin. She's not fully, she hasn't been able to fully discard that title yet. No matter how much she wants to, she hasn't really been able to do it yet. That. So, in my blunt opinion, no, Risha was fully in character when she showed up in Daybreak 1. She was fully in character because it was just, yep, nope, nope. I have to have the mask up because there's there's frickin' Sao right there. Granted, Sao knows Risha's true face, I'll grant you, but Gien? No, of course Risha's not going to act like Risha in front of Gien. And because again, it would tarnish the reputation of Yin, and she's not going to do that. True, but at the same time, if nothing else, she doesn't want to get screwed over by the elders. Is the idea? In other words, I am still an impart as far as Gien is concerned. When it comes to matters of Heiwei business, there is no Risha Mao. There is only Yin. Sense make? Even if it is an open secret, which, let's face it, the Heiwei elders not knowing about that, I roll to disbelieve. But I have a funny feeling it's more of until she can find a way to break away from Heiwei successfully and leave the Yin persona behind forever, she has to keep playing the part. In other words, there's the shadows are her stage. Her role is Yin. And she has to keep portraying that until she can find a way to permanently leave it behind for good. You know what? Actually, I think so. I mean, oh, okay. Actually, no, yeah, I think you're right. It was more about what kind of yin she wanted to be. That's yeah, that's right. Because in Crossbell, she was looking for a way to get rid of it, but in Reverie, she came to terms with it. That's right. I forgot about that. Whoops. That's right. I remember that now. Yeah. Now, obviously, I still think she presents having to work with Sal. I do. I think that's the elders. Elders doing that. But if she ever finds a way to get out of Hayway, I would like her to do that. She doesn't have to give up being Yin. Just break away from Hayway. But then again, that might also require Hayway going the way of Ravache, and that's not something in the underworld can afford to just have happen right now. No, seriously, it can't. And I mean, Ravache getting wiped out caused a whole fucking mess of problems in the underworld. Let's be real. He'll, Hayway just vanishing like that? Oof. That's actually why Gien being poisoned was such a fucking whoa, what the fuck? And why it was kind of a relief that it wasn't a lethal poison. Because that would have caused a lot of problems. Because that would have created a power vacuum. And there are two things nature abhors. There's vacuums and paradoxes. Although that's more history abhorring a paradox rather than nature, but you get my point. The group began to apprise Toa of the details of their current job and what they had learned about the suspicious MPO. However, her response was outside of their expectations. Nani? Okay. I'll admit, that is not what I was expecting. Expecting either. It makes perfect. Yeah, I agree. It makes perfect sense. I'm just like, oh, I didn't think she was getting it. Okay. God damn, Toa. Just. And you know what and we were talking about her selling herself short earlier, and then she just goes and literally reveals that was literally more true than I was letting on. Wow, and then we were letting on. Wow. God damn it, Toa. Okay. All right. Let me see my character positives for a moment here. Let me see. Second positive for Toa. I really don't think I need to explain that. I mean, 3 text boxes. 3 text boxes was all it took. I mean, I guess technically 5. She had only like 2 before, but it's like, damn it, Toa. I didn't think in the frickin'. I didn't think in Daybreak I'd be giving frickin' Toa positives to story, but here we are. I mean, again, 5 games with her in them, and she wasn't in Daybreak 1, so I was like, okay, at most we'll be waiting for, for Kaino Kiseki for her to gain story positives again. And then she shows up here in Daybreak 2 and earns story positives. She's up to 2 now. God damn it. Apparently, I just have a nasty habit of underestimating women. Seriously. Almost so many female characters I can name that I've literally underestimated how much I actually like them. Like, Jesus. And Toa would be pretty freaking high up on that list if I was to ever do like a top 10 female characters I liked more than I thought I would. She'd be in the top 3. Toa would be in the top 3. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, I knew I was gonna like her, but yeesh. Easily shooting up to into my top 5 Trails characters of all time. Yeesh. That I wasn't expecting. She's hang on. That is a good question. Where is she on that list? Hang on. Let me think about this for a second. Make sure I'm saying this right. Okay, well, I know my top 3. Absolutely. I know my top 3, absolutely. Yuna, Laura, Olivier, that order. 4 and 5 are quite... I'll put Toa at number 4. Absolutely. And then number 5... Number 5 would be Van for me. I know that seems weird. But Van, for me, has been consistently awesome. Awesome. Sixth place, weirdly enough, would go to Agnes. Yes, Agnes has been just constantly been freaking epic and awesome the entire time. Elaine's definitely been pulling her goddamn weight. Hate this game. Holy crap. Like it almost feels like Elaine is having the Reverie effect happen to her, if in a lesser way. She's definitely made up for Arashion. Holy shit. I mean, we literally had a conversation back in the first session. We literally had a conversation right in the first session. Like, because yes, I took her actions in Arashion pretty hard. Because again, like, Van is a Spriggan. That sentence right there ruins any potential for Elaine's character to not be screwed over by what she does in Arashion for me. Right? Because I had a whole big speech about that. But right in the first scene of this game, right in the first scene of Daybreak 2, well, technically second scene, but you get my point. Right in her first scene of the entire game, and right in the first scene of this game, she literally felt like an actual character. And it just... yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, Elaine is currently... And it's currently a positive. Oh god, did I really type that? I just saw Elaine's positive on my screen here, and it's literally Elaine is honestly more interesting than she was in Daybreak 1. Don't fuck this up, Daybreak 2. God damn it. Admittedly, we're in the second half of the game, and it has not so far, to be fair and to be blunt. Yeah. Nothing that I have seen so far even hints that she ever that she could that they could screw this up. Like, she literally would have to pull an Arashi on again, full, like the whole goddamn gambit of what she did in Arashi on again, in order to for me to consider that a screw up. In essence, they effectively would have had to make it Elaine that disappeared with Garden Master, and not Swin, for that to be a fuck up. But it was Swin, so it wasn't a fuck up, and the voice acting also helped say something about that. Yes, exactly. That's exactly my point. That's exactly my point, Rexor. Swin is the only one that disappearing in that. Well, okay. Swin and Nadia are the only two characters disappearing in that moment that make any kind of sense. All of the others, that would have been character assassination. Even Fairy, even Fairy or Catra, that happening to Fairy or Catra, that would just be like, are you fucking serious? What the hell is this shit? But no, Swin disappearing makes perfect sense. No. Just the Spriggan, and just like the battle grunts of kill. He was basically just saying, I will kill you, and acknowledging Van as a Spriggan. That's it. That's all he was saying. We still don't even know the full story of what the hell the deal is with him. We don't even know who the hell the man in the armor is at this point. Right. We don't know who the Ironmonger is. Props if you get the reference, by the way. Yeah. Whew. Oh yeah, speaking of, I did already give you. Okay, I did. Good. Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm actually gonna wait, but more than likely by the end of this section, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and update my positives here, because I'm looking at the list and I'm like, this seems a little meh. Kind of not well done, you know. Really obvious. So this is. So there's going to be some Babylon 5 effect, because it's going to be it'll be pretty obvious of, oh, you've got to be kidding, that's who that was the whole time. Same kind of thing. The original C, in other words, or Draxor. Because, yeah, when you actually just take a step back and realize, and you start puzzling the pieces together, oh my god, what will you go away? Yeah, yeah, because the reveal of the first C was pretty obvious when you actually stop and puzzle it and put it together, you know? If you're paying attention, you can figure out who the first C is pretty easily. Let's be real, you know? Okay. Yeah, admittedly. That's also why they pulled the whole Supreme Leader. God damn it. That's why they pulled the whole Supreme Leader thing. You know, why the whole double duplicate crap, that was a thing. So they could hide that. So they could hide that. I had no idea this was something you were investigating. God, we've just been sitting here on this too long. Let's move on. The NGO I'm currently associated with does its work to support area-level MPOs. The one I'm looking into at the moment hasn't been as forthcoming about the results of their activities. Naturally, there's been a bit of suspicion. Given the timing, I can't deny the possibility that it might be connected to the one you've all heard about. Also, I believe their stated intentions are to aid the employment of foreigners with special circumstances. Well, I can't say for sure that they're the same organization, but it seems like our most likely lead at the moment. I agree. But would you mind allowing me to accompany you in your investigation? This could be exactly what I need for a breakthrough in my case. I won't hesitate to give you my full cooperation. I mean, I've seen you wield an orbital gun. Pull out the piece and let's go. Oh, my dear. And even if it isn't, it's still related to an issue with an MPO. It's my duty to follow up on it. You mean you'll help out? That would be great. Yeah, I would have been satisfied with a few useful tidbits, but having you with us will be way more efficient. Even if I do end up owing you one, I look forward to working with you. Just treat her well and politely. We don't need a certain sapphic biker chick breathing down your neck then. Yes, I think our odds would be much better with her along. Well, now that we've welcomed you on board, do you think you could share any of your more recent findings? Maybe it'll help us figure out our next steps. Actually, I do have something. I have a friend who's been looking into this group as well. I've been waiting for them to contact me with whatever they found. And speak of the devil. Hello, sorry for all the extra tasks. Did you find anything useful? This friend of hers, I get the feeling they're not a member of the ICO. Outside the NGO. Her friends would be... never mind. There's no sense in worrying about it right now. Oh. I mean, we've already derailed for like, what, 10 solid minutes on this scene alone? And we don't need any more of Toa's friends showing up so that Blue Wolf sits there for another 10 minutes gushing about them. Ven wants some progress today. Is the point, Draxor? Because I literally could just sit there and just talk about her entire circle for just hours. And that's if I chop it off at Angelica, Crow, and George. Yeah, exactly. Save it for any bonding events. And it's because those I'm doing, like, if there's a Toa bonding event, you know I'm just like, yep, that's one of the ones we're locking in. I mean, I did it with Judith, I did it with Elaine, yeah. You get it. Anyways. Yes, actually, I found another group that was looking into a suspicious MPO. It seems to be for a separate incident, however. From what I've heard so far, I'm pretty sure the MPO we're each looking for is one of the same. Anyway, you said there was movement over in this Centra Marsh? I'll head over there now and check it out. Sorry to keep you waiting. They managed to find something after all. As I mentioned, we're almost confident that the MPO I've been looking into is and the one from your case are the same organization. Their official name is the Association for Better Migrant Working Conditions. To think they're not only misappropriating funds, but this may also be involved in the disappearance of migrant workers? I can't believe it. Miss Toa. Regardless, it looks like we know what we need to do. You said something about there being movement in the Central Marsh, right? Then we should hurry. If we're quick enough, we might be able to catch them in the act. Following that, Van and the rest made their way to the Central Marsh. Do you think that's the person we're looking for? Let's catch him before we lose his tail. Fairy can play a good cop, and I'll play bad cop. No, we can't. And he may just be an innocent bystander. Yeah, if we approach the wrong person, it could alert the guy we're actually after. We're running out of time, though. As soon as we get some confirmation, we'll make a move. I see. That person just now said he was with the Association for Better Migrant Working Conditions, right? Yeah, I'm not from Calvert, so he was asking if I was unhappy with my job. He said that in order to find more quality work, I should quit as soon as I can, and so that we could talk about other opportunities. If I'm being honest, though, I'm much more interested in having a stable income. I turned him down. Then... yeah, he's got to be our guy. The name, the methods, there's no room for doubt. He can't have gone far. Let's follow him. Yes, we need to put a stop to this. Over there. This street doesn't seem to be as crowded as the others. Do you think he's going to meet someone? This might be our chance to find out who's behind all this. Let's try and keep out of sight. Alright, let's go. I have him in my sights. It's you piss off with that garbage. Alright. I believe that gate leads to the old sewer system. All that sneaking must mean they've got a secret meeting going on. Well, it's definitely not the kind of place the employee of an NPO would drop by. Hey, the alley is pretty narrow. If we all tried to cram ourselves in there, we'd be caught in no time. Mind giving us a hand, Ketra? Oh, I see. Sure. Theo should have no issue getting in. And they'll be able to survey the scene for us. Theo, don't let them see you, but transmit everything in your surroundings, okay? Understood. Pursuing target in stealth mode. Sending visuals and sound to Ketra's cipher. And how was today's his harvest? Not as good as we'd hoped. They seemed pretty content and with where they were. I'm planning to go back to the construction areas of the suburbs. I had better luck over there. Well, I guess we do already have enough for the first camp. We shouldn't get too greedy. Anyway, delivery is right after this. You'll be there, right? Yeah, after all the trouble I went through, I'll be sure to see them off. Besides, I wanted to ask the people up top and who the client was. It's probably better if you keep your questions to yourself. Anyway, I'm heading down to the subway to find some runaways that fit the bill. Well, if something comes up, just give me a holler. Did I hear that right? Yeah, this seems to be more dangerous than we thought. We absolutely cannot allow them to get away from this. Yes, and all under the guise of trying to help. It's just too cruel. We have to do something. The target is leaving. It sounded like he was heading for their gathering place. Alright, let's keep after him. Yes, we should hurry. Alright. As long as I don't fill the gauge all the way up before doing that, you mean? He's gonna stop soon. There's nowhere else to go. He's using a car. Looks like he's headed to the suburbs. I was able to take down his license plate number. However, even if we manage to find a car, it's unlikely we'll be able to catch up to him. Maybe my friends will know his destination. Can I have a minute? Hey, you mentioned something about movement in the suburbs earlier? A bus that was transporting people, that has to be them. You saw it somewhere along Highway 8. Highway 8? Hey, that man was headed in the same direction. And that's our next stop. Sorry that this was so sudden, but I appreciate the info. Well, we'll look into it on our end. Don't worry about the rest. Good luck. Give us a call if you need anything else. I wish that was voice acted, I'm not gonna lie. I really wish that was voice acted. I know that's a bit much to hope for on a random side quest, but yeah. By the way, that's not an example of inconsistent voice acting, because there hasn't been voice acting this entire side quest. Or in any side quest, now that I'm thinking about it. I think. No, actually, I think there was voice acting in that one side quest. But I could be wrong. Whatever. Point is, all right. It looks like we managed to figure it out. Didn't think we end up relying on your friends again so soon. Let's go see what these criminals have got cooking. We'll put a stop to whatever they're planning. Yeah, and that's generally usually the idea, right? I'm just gonna buy some stuff here. There you are.
What can I get for you? Thanks a bunch.
Just gonna buy a couple of quick things, and then we'll be off.
Let me know if you need anything at all. Please, come back anytime.
Center Marché really does have everything. What's it gonna be? Later.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Stat down. That is useful. We will grab 5.
Drop by again sometime, yeah? Oops.
Ah, darn it. We have to stick to specifically the marsh stuff until we beat the side quest.
What can I get for you? Thanks for shopping.
All right.
Thanks for the grub.
I couldn't eat another bite.
There we go. Arts defense plus 12 to everybody. All right.
There's so much to see.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not actually complaining. Anything that actually makes perfect sense. All right, let's go. Notice how we can't fast travel to anywhere except Highway 8. This isn't what we agreed to. You said you'd get better jobs for us. Where are you even taking us to? As I said, I'm taking you to your new employer. It's just as we agreed. Besides, it's not like you were able to find anything better in the meantime, were you? Damn you, I should have never listened to your crap. Ugh. And you have no right to refuse. You're coming with us whether you like it or not. You're all living outside the law, don't you see? Just stay quiet and do as you're told. I see you've finally decided to show your true colors. Sorry, but the Dolar family, he won't be getting away with this one. How dare you take advantage of these people? We're putting an end to this. You target people looking for help just to do something like this? And just so you know, we've been recording this the entire time. I'm sure there's enough for a quick conviction, too. Thanks for scouting ahead, Theo. How did you find us? Arkwright Solutions? Ain't you the ones who landed us in hot water last year? Glad to hear we left such a good impression on you folks. Then I don't gotta explain that what we do with scum like you, now do I? See, because we don't exactly bring out the tea and cookies. You're the recruiter for the Dolar family, right? Pretty bold of you setting foot in a trade even the Lai family won't touch. You assholes must be so proud. All slave traders are the same. The only way to deal with them is to beat them senseless. I would say put a bullet in their brains. It aims while you're at it, but that's just me. Proceeding with area lockdown. All bystanders, please retreat to a safe distance. Don't worry about the people on the bus. I'll make sure nobody gets past. You think you can look down on us? You're not going anywhere. Here. Yeah, no, we're here to fucking kick your ass. And I mean, you expected her not to have her gun? I actually would have been more pissed off if she didn't have her gun for this. I'll make you regret sticking your nose where it don't belong. And maybe if you get on your knees and beg, we'll consider going easy on you. Oh my fucking god, you guys are morons! How are you this fucking stupid? God! Oh, God. Even in lore, this is stupid. Like, I'm not gonna dock points for this. No. But, like, are you fucking kidding me? God damn it. God, you guys are morons. Did you not hear about who Arkwright Solutions fucking defeated last year? Twice? He's a certain mafioso dude who literally had nukes. Like fucking hell.
Let's see what you're made of.
Oh my god. Just
We should go on the attack.
Rexor, pick one. Phoenix Dance or Knights of Arteria. Which one is curb stomping these fuckers? Let Elaine do it? Alright.
Don't stop now, Elaine.
Wings, guide me. Knights of Asteria.
No way.
Doy! God fucking damn it. Okay. Alright, like I said, I'm not giving these idiots a negative because this is par for the goddamn course with mafias in this thing. Because let's be real here, okay? Let's actually be real here. Mob members, like actual mob members that have been worth our time if we don't count Hayaway, so mafioso dudes that have been worth our time, literally he can be counted on one hand because we have only dealt with 2 of them that have been worth a damn. Again, if we exclude Hayaway, it's a bit more, and we need 2 hands if we're going to count Hayaway. But of the non-Hayaway mafias, only 2 mafia members have ever been even remotely worth our time. No, the overseers from the gardens do not count. They don't. Count. Literally just 2. Dante's and fuck, what was his name? Killing Bear. Garcia, that was it. Dante's and Garcia. That's it. Those have been the only mafiosos that have been worth a damn at all. Like, Jesus. He was part of the gardens, admittedly. Although, if we want to count the overseers that were actually working with him, then okay, sure. But even then, I would argue that that still only brings us up to 5 total, because that only adds Melchior, Olympia, and maybe and Arioch. Because I'm sorry, no, Viola and Alexander were both jokes. Yeah. Melchior, at the very least, I could see granting, saying, yeah, okay, sure, with Melchior. With Melchior, sure. But even then, that's just 3. Hey, I personally wouldn't count any of the others. I personally wouldn't count any of the others. No, I would not count. Like I said, outside of Melchior, I wouldn't count the overseers, if I'm honest. And like I said, Viola and Alexander were a frickin' joke. So, there you go. Those 3, Melchior, Dantes, and Garcia, were the only mafia guys who were worth a damn. And Melchior and Garcia were kind of cheating because one of them was an overseer of the gardens and the other was a former Jaeger who fought alongside the Jaeger King, for God's sakes. Ugh. And if you're looking for someone to blame, take it up with their leaders. Alright, now let's get them tied up. Damn it, they've ruined everything. Well, if I can't win, I'll at least make sure they lose. Think again. How did you... Do you think this is the first time she's ever wielded an orbital gun? Dude, she's been wielding an orbital gun for, at bare minimum, like, what, 4 or 5 years at this point? Just doy. Just doy. Let's just say I've got a lot of experience under my belt. Yeah. I'm trying to think of when the Civil War was, because that was effectively the first time she really started using an orbital gun, and because like literally one of her bonding events in Cold Steel 2 was her trying out the gun. I suppose that's true. I suppose that's true. Yeah. So, yeah. The point is that it has been years, plural, since Toa started wielding an orbital gun. Okay. She's got experience under her belt. Is the point? Right. You know. Besides, there's no way I was about to let you go after all the harm you've caused. What, you really thought we forgot about you? You must be the king of wishful thinking. Ah! Yeah. I mean, come on, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, no dice, man. And you've got a hell of a lot to answer for. And you'd better not skimp out on any details either. Fine, I surrender. Good. Now let's at the very least break his legs. Maybe his arms. Maybe irradiate his sperm while we're at it. I don't have a lot of sympathy for human traffickers, if it's not obvious. After the men pretending to be part of an MPO was thoroughly interrogated. The Dollar family's foray into the slave trade was indeed a decision agreed upon by their higher-ups. However, the shell company that was used as a front for the MPO was originally meant to receive illegal grant money. As far as the reason they seemed to be targeting people from the north, the culprit had no idea. It was deemed to be knowledge above his pay grade. Thanks for handing them over to us. Yes, we've had our eye on the Dollar family's activities for quite a while now. Well, I'm glad we could at least put one of their schemes to bed. Anyway, is it really okay for us to speak to the victims right now? Don't get me wrong, I'm only giving you a few minutes. And even if you do have connections to Kincaid, just try and stay out of trouble from now on, alright? Okay, I'll try to keep my head down. Excuse me, Agent Hubert? Yes, we were able to apprehend all the Mafia's collaborators. We still need to confirm with the 2nd External Affairs Division if it's related to the prior incident. From what we've learned so far, it seems that they're a client. Yeah, given the demographics of the victims, I have no doubt that it's related. We'll have to do investigations into their backgrounds. Is something wrong, Agent Hubert? It's nothing for you to worry about. Anyway, I'll handle the follow-up. The Integrated Analysis Division should come to a decision once they receive all the remaining details. We'll talk more then. Well, as it stands, it sounds like we'll be formally taking charge of this investigation. We'd appreciate your we've appreciated your cooperation so far, but seriously, keep your hands to yourselves from now on, okay? Jesus. Yeah, no need to tell me twice. I mean, come on. Well, I suppose since we found all the missing immigrants, means we can consider this job a case closed. Yes, I agree. However, I'm a bit worried that we're unaware as to why they were targeting migrants from the north of Samaria. Their client was in need of people within that demographic. As for what reason, I really don't know. Yeah, it didn't really seem like the guy was lying about that part either. Come to think of it, that guy from the CID said they were all worried about the particular client of the Doyler families. A demand for people from the poorest walks of life. If it's not hard to imagine what they plan to do with them. Yes, but we don't have proof of any further intentions they may have. We'd have to do a more thorough investigation. Well, that can wait for now. I think we should worry about getting these people back home first. So, at the end of the day, it was the Dolar family behind it all. We're not completely sure why they had such specific targets, but we did manage to bring everyone back safely. Thank goodness. I'm glad I asked for your help after all. I must say, I'm surprised this was a scheme by the Mafia, though. How could they be so cruel? I'm worried the victims will have a hard time recovering from the trauma. Yes, that is a valid concern, and as migrants without valid work visas, they have very little protection under the law. They were manipulated out of their chance for stability. Even if they were to report their damages to the police, they might just end up being arrested and deported. The guild should have no issue with taking them in as a form of humanitarian sanctuary. But I suppose, considering their unlawful status, there would be a limit to how much they could do if officials were to intervene. You'd probably have to dismantle all the laws from the past century to get anything done. Man, this sucks. How do you want to deal with this, Chief? Well... That's a good question. You went with the guild? Well, actually, yeah. If it's a choice between Conrad or the guild, because yeah, that's not who I thought that was. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say the guild in the ICO. I trust the Bracer Guild and Toa more than Conrad. I think it would be best for the guild to oversee them for now. Thankfully, they're right around the corner. That won't be a problem, right? No, of course not. As I mentioned, however, there will be limits to what we can do. I'm also unsure if finding new jobs is something we can do for them. Does that still sound alright, Fan? Yeah, it should be fine. I've got a feeling our new partner here will be able to help us out anyway. You should be able to figure something out as long as the guild cooperates with the NGO, right? Right. Actually, yes, the ICO has plenty of experience with employment assistance. They're also pretty used to working in gray areas. We should be able to assist in negotiations with the immigration office as well. I see. Using both the guild and who excel at providing protection and the ICO, who are adept at dealing with bureaucratic measures, the migrants are in good hands. Well, I'm certainly not opposed to a partnership. What about you, Toa? No, I'd be honored to team up. Besides, I've got friends in the Bracer Guild, and And I mean, that just makes it super easy because, you know, connections and all of that. I literally could just make a couple of calls and everything should be sorted within a day. The ICO is rather busy at the moment, but I'll find a way to make it work. It's decided then. I'll have it leave the rest to you two. Anyway, thank you for all your help. The workers were saved and I don't have to keep looking over my shoulder. I'll deposit the money into your account as soon as I can. Works for me. If you ever need help with anything else, just let us know. I have to make sure I give my thanks to Cunning again, too. Well, I guess I'll be heading off now. I need to gather the crew and discuss our steps going forward. I think it's about time I'm on my way as well. I'm sure we'll have plenty to discuss at the next ICO meeting, and we'll probably have to do a bunch of research too. Thank you so much for your help, Miss Toa. We wouldn't have been able to solve this case without you. Yeah, I had heard you were good, but you really pulled out all the stops. I might even come to you for help on future jobs. Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Farewell, and yes, good luck with everything. We're done here, right? This whole thing left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. There's a few things I'm still worried about, personally, but we can at least rest assured that the victims will be taken care of. I think we can go ahead and call this case closed. We should keep this whole situation in mind for the future, though. Yeah, if those villains ever show their face again, I'll tear them a new one. Please do, Judith. Please do. I'm sure the guild will have to raise their alerts after hearing about all this. If this is just a hint of what's going on in the underground, we might want to deal with the situation before it devolves even further. I'm worried about something like that something like this will happen again. Van and Toa seem to have their suspicions of who the mastermind is, though. What the CID said about certain demographics being targeted, maybe. I'm assuming we're gonna find that out in a future quest. Alright, tell me what you've learned in your main investigation. I still haven't been able to find any details about their plan. However, it does seem like there's a chance they mean to take action soon. I assume that's why the CID has been on the defense against the second generation recently. So that's how they're connected. I'll continue to the investigation on my end. Depending on what it entails, I may have to get help from Angie or George. I doubt this will escalate up to needing Reen, but yeah, I'll have to keep him in mind as well. Okay, I'm joking. Okay, I'm just kind of because I don't think this will escalate to that level. To the level where they need a frickin' the divine blade of ash on top of the divine blade of silver, you know? Yeah, I know. I was just being facetious. You know? Although, I could see him sending Crow. And just being like, hey, go keep an eye on things. Means I'm worried about Toa. Just go make sure she's okay. It's like, you're a real slave driver, you know that? Go make sure she's okay. Although in my setting, Crow would already be in Calvard backing Toa up. Because, you know. Anyways. And the incident that Reen was worried about could also be a part of this. Sprinkling some foreshadowing for Kai, I'm assuming. Regardless, the ball's in our court now. We need to find out exactly what's going on. As those who dealt with the shadows in the Empire, you might even say it's our duty. Right, this isn't about the Republic or the Empire, it's about the future. Let's give it our best going forward, Crow. Oh, God. The person was talking to his Crow. Oh, my God. Okay. Okay. Real talk. I kind of in the back of my mind was thinking, okay, that would be awesome if if she was talking to Crow. You know, Crow or Reen, one of the two, because I could totally see you know, her being on the phone with either one of them as backup. You know, even Crow as backup would just be like, you know, Crow would just be sitting there like, all right, if things go south. He'd just be sitting there like cracking his knuckles, just waiting for things to go south so he could frickin' go wild. Because that's Crow. He acts like he doesn't give a shit. He acts like he's all aloof and everything. But no, he actually frickin' cares deeply. You mess with his friends, you're fucked. Is basically Crow's mentality. Crow's mentality is basically, you mess with my friends, you're fucked. And that's always been his mentality, right? It's what makes him such a good character, in my opinion. So. Oh. God, this is such a good reveal. This is such a good reveal. This is gonna get multiple positives to story. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Not necessarily Crow as getting a character positive. You know what? Let's finish the quest. I'll type out the positives, and then we'll talk about it.
Mission accomplished. Great job, you guys.
Okay. Because I needed the quest name for it. All right. So. Crow reveal is a positive. The quest itself is a triple. Let me explain myself. As ever, triples tend to be the thing that I like to I want to explain because, yeah. Now, let's go ahead and get the obvious potential explanation for this triple positive out of the way right now. Is it possible that this is my Toa fanboyism rearing its head? Yes, absolutely. Like, do I give a shit? Fuck no. Because this is actually a really good quest that shows off Toa's skills. This is such a great callback to how on top of things and organized Toa has always been. Since her very first game, we were kind of discussing this constantly. Throughout her entire appearance, throughout the entire series, she has been very on top of things. She's been very astute, very, very, hands-on, and oftentimes, like, oftentimes you just feel like there's a lot of Toa is very intelligent, and that quest showed it in spades. Arkwright Solutions was only getting only got a little bit of the way until Toa showed up, who's already been looking into this, because of course she would, admittedly, because, that's part of her job. And then with Toa's help, they managed to get through it and actually solve it. Well, solve this portion of it at the bare minimum. And that reveal that she's been working with Crow the entire time is just perfect. Just perfect. Perfectly judged. I like this quest. I have talked before about how much I like down-to-earth side quests. But you know what else I've liked too? What else I like too? Good external continuity. That is external continuity. For those that know Toa and and have played the previous games, we're like, "Oh my god, Crow, yes, awesome." For those that came in with the Kuros, with Daybreak, there's intrigue with him. You know what this is? This is Power Rangers Dino Thunder. This is literally Power Rangers Dino Thunder, right? The newcomers are going to be intrigued by Toa and all of the mystery surrounding her. I put the mystery in quotes because we know her, then we know, we know, we know what she's, what she is, who she is, and what her network is. I like this quest. It is weirdly cathartic for me. Hey, and I just eat this up. I honestly just eat this stuff up. It's great. So, yeah. I don't know what else I can say about that, honestly. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was one hell of a freaking thing too. And I almost want to chop the stream here, just end it on that note, Oh man. I am tempted, admittedly, because I do have some other stuff I gotta go do today. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, bitch. You know what? Speaking of him, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna I'm gonna effectively pause for a moment, and I'll see if the boyo is available. I'll do that, Beach. Might even do it now, but we'll see. Anyways, give me a moment. I will briefly AFK, and then we'll see if we're ending now. Be right back. Okay. Yeah, it's basically confirmed. Bit of a short session today, but again, I wasn't expecting a perfect stopping point like that to show up, so. And like I said, better to go now instead of waiting until it's like 1 hour before rush hour. Well, technically two, but you get my point. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm actually gonna chop off for the day here because I gotta end on that thing. All just the usual grocery shopping at Walmart and stuff, beach. Nothing too important. But it's better to get it done now as opposed to, driving through rush hour traffic, right? There's a better chance it will get done if we go now, kind of thing. So, yeah. So like I said, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we will finally continue with the story. Which, yeah, I know. Two sessions of not going anywhere, and they're both short, but yeah. I'm gonna go and get some shit done, and then tomorrow, hopefully I will be, hopefully I will get to bed at a proper time. Oh, interesting time to come back, Raxor. Cause yeah, I'm finishing up now. Cause like I said, perfect chance, and I've got some stuff to do. If I didn't have grocery shopping to do, I would literally just be like, okay, we'll just continue. But yeah. No, I understand, Raxor. I don't get upset at people for going to eat or some other, they're at work or whatever, that shit's important. Food is important. More important than my daft old face. I should say old. So to sum it up, Raxor, I'll go ahead because Steve will take a few minutes. I gave a triple positive to that quest, and a separate positive for Crow being revealed. And I admitted that that triple positive is probably me being a fanboy for Toa, because I find Toa to be absolutely adorable and awesome. But I'm also really a really big fan of the Cold Steels and the Cold Steel cast specifically, which is also contributing to that. So you give me one of my favorite characters being as awesome as they were before, and yeah. I think that goes without saying. So,
Let's be on our way.
so well, Raxor goes ahead and gives us some artwork about, put some artwork in the images channel of my Discord. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Images. I'm assuming that's his Kai look. Okay. He definitely looks... he definitely... not sure about the outfit, but he definitely looks like he's got his confidence. Anywho, regardless, I'm going to hit... As I said, I'm going to chop off for the day. Hey, like I said, tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, we will finally make some actual progress. Until then, Blue Wolf Alex of the Lore Walkers, signing out. Have a good one. I feel like I've said that today already. But regardless, we will continue on, and we'll see you there later.